can see the initial lineups here. Karate, Shatsui, Mars. Is it J-Ski? I'm presuming it's a play on Kuzki, who, along with Incepto's It's Wasty and Last, will be making up the TDM squad for Blue. I'm curious to find out who Mesa has as their duelers in this matchup, but in any case, MOD versus Mesa. Map 1 will be Defiance, coming up here as soon as they ready up. Might be a good time to, of course, mention all of the UTProLeague stuff. UTProLeague.com is where you can follow everything. There's everything from, articles and match recaps and predictions, schedules and all of that. Rankings, of course, going to be important as we continue the season because every one of these points adds up. And there is prize money on the line. Raise Your Edge Gaming, of course, will be the social media info, and you can also find all of that on the website, including a link to the Discord server where you can take part in all of the smack talking conversations and blaming of everyone else except yourself. All right, here we go. Here is your countdown. 3, 2, 1, and it's game time, baby. Connex 5 kicking off the last match of UTPL Season 3, Week number 1. Got 4v4 TDM on Defiance. Mesa versus MOD. Gonna start off a long season for these two. I'm actually kind of curious whose map pick this was. Defiance, not a new map by any means. It's a UT3 map. Relatively new kind of version of it. In other words, it wasn't really fully remade and ready to play until recently. See Chatsui grabbing that 100 armor. We'll go on board with him. So I'm curious what teams have had time to practice and really get comfortable on this map versus which teams haven't. Certainly having UT3 experience will be helpful, although it is a slightly different layout. There are also some changes. And of course it's a different game, so movement and weapon balance going to be a bit different. Ooh. Knockdown, you can see It's Wasty taking out Chatsui. So it looks like a bunch of the armor there going Mesa's way. We'll go on board with Wasty, who is waiting for that sniper rifle. So we got that 100 armor vest down low. And you see that amp is going to be right up top there as well. So not going to be uncommon to see a ton of fighting in this area. It kind of reminds me of the ramp room in Tempest in that you're going to have people holding that area from sniper to 100 to amp, and that'll kind of be their assignment. You can see Wasty trying to give chase. You can cross this map pretty quickly, though, through those vents in mid. So if someone wants to be aggressive with the amp and push across the map, they can absolutely do so. The killing spree by Wasty with that amp sniper rifle running around, laying waste. Oh, 2 people in his face, though. Eventually that enforcer damage will add up. Just trying to stay alive now as his teammates come over to cover. Shield belt did get taken. Oh, over near the jump boots looking for an escape. They do not spawn in time. Wasty, though, jumping out in front with 6 kills already. Of course, that shock rifle, you'll notice that was one of the things they moved. Rockets and shock were swapped, so that used to be the shock rifle room in UT3. Now it is the rocket room. That area where the shock is now, they used to be an armor room that they removed. Moved that armor. So again, some pretty significant changes to the balance of this map. So what's here will look vaguely, or not vaguely, look pretty familiar, but definitely plays very different than UT3. So just because a team was comfortable with it in UT3 does not necessarily mean they'll be good at it in this game. Something to consider as we move forward. And there's another amp for Wasty, this time only 59 HP. Missed one of the health bubbles, actually. We'll see what he can do with it on the run. Only 2 shock ammo, so really kind of a dangerous grab. Just trying to stay alive at this point. Does manage to get a kill. And a couple of Enforcer shots. It's 88 damage with those 2 shots. So his teammates throw him a sniper rifle. He might just use it as bait. It almost looks like he's daring the red team to jump at it. Chatui with back-to-back sniper kills in the chaos there. And it's Wasty answers right back with an Enforcer shot. So that's actually pretty good communication from his teammates to let him know that he was weak. Everybody going down across the board. So lots of fresh spawners all over the map. And you can see all of this fight. I'm going to back up a little ways. You can see all of this fighting over this 100 armor vest area. Even though the shield belt is spawning across the map, people are considering this such an important room to control. Of course, you have the vest. You also have access to the amp around the corner to the left. You also, of course, have some health files, which I've actually not seen people hoard as much as I would expect. Between sniper, vest, and amp, this is a really, really active room in this map, so just keep that in mind. Last, meanwhile, that shock room there, a little bit less important than it used to be since there's no armor. But it does look across the map. You do have easy access to health bubbles. Oh, it actually looks like Mars Karma grabbed that amp. We'll see what he can do. This is such a dangerous map to be the amp runner because you just get swarmed if you're not careful. You almost have to sneak in, grab the amp, and then back up. Get some teammates around you and then try to do something with it. It's so difficult to get your bearings sometimes when you've got people shooting you from all 3 sides, even if your back is to a wall. So a full amp run there didn't really do a ton of damage, but pretty successful, a little bit of damage, and it pushed the other team around, and more importantly, kept it in his possession. So Mesa right now, got a little bit of time for the power-ups. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard. Mesa right now with a slight lead, despite actually extra damage for MOD. You see 4 belts to 1 right now, although 7 to 3 for vests for MOD. Oh, just in time to see that headshot. Karante with a double kill, and there you go. MOD staying alive, only down by 5. We've got 15 seconds till this amp spawns. And there's those vials. There's 6 health vials there. That's a significant amount of health that respawns a couple of times a minute. I'm surprised you haven't seen people hole up in this area and run through there more consistently. Oh, Wasty with the interesting movement with those boots. Cussy gonna give chase with the Link and Stinger, and Karante getting chased away. He may go down, but Wasty, meanwhile, went right across their face, grabbed that amp, and he's going to use it to maybe just try to hold this area. So again, this is considered such a important control point of the map. You might grab amp and just play defensively with it and keep the other team out. Oh, a couple more sniper shots. Wasty giving Mesa a 10 frag lead, make it 11. And yeah, it looks like that is the strategy. Wasty's been mostly grabbing the amps for Mesa. So Wasty with an amp sniper rifle backing up into that vest area seems to kind of be their play. Oh, and the headshot though by Mars takes him down. And Septos comes back and answers. So a nice trade there by Mesa, able to respond to that nice shot by Mars. Kuski's running around with the shield belt now. We'll see what he can do. He's got a flat cannon he's going to throw to his teammate. He actually doesn't have any ammo. So kind of funny that he threw that to his teammate, but he'll be able to drop down into that sewer. Only 1 exit to that sewer now. Keep that in mind. It's a little bit more dangerous if they see you go down in there. Kuski with the opportunity to finally get some shock ammo. Knocks Karante down into that crossroads area, and a nice jump actually to get out of there by Karante. We did see an amp grab this time by MOD. Is that the first time they've grabbed the amp off the stand? It is not actually. Okay, grabbed one earlier, but a couple big shots coming out, trying to put some pressure on that shield belt area. It looks like Mesa is more or less splitting into 2. They're basically cutting the map in half and putting 2 people on each side. Oh, the amped headshot. Big killing spree by Mars to bring his team back into it. Only down by 6 as we just passed the halfway point. Ooh, just dodging that goo. This is an interesting map in that there's some medium to close quarter combat where you can get gooed, you can get flatballed, and go down instantly. And then there's also some more wide open areas, a lot of duel with the shock rifle around the shield belt, and really all the power-ups. So belt gets grabbed. You're going to see Mars on the run. He's on a killing spree. Brought his team back to within 2, especially on the back of amp runs. You're going to have an opportunity to grab the amp. He has sniper rifle now and some armor. He's in position for this amp. He can get his way over there. Could be a big chance as they pull within 2. Wasty gets shredded by his flak. Are they going to let him grab the amp? Looks like they will, yeah. So a 2-frag game down to 1. A couple of shots away from potentially tying this one up and maybe even taking the lead. Last, though, rotates over and smacks him down with the combo. He's still alive. He took a ton of damage, and Kuski with the flank takes him down. So that was actually a really, really nice response by Mesa. They had what could have been a very dangerous amp runner. They flanked him through some combos downrange and took him out. And they're not going to do much with the amp themselves, but potentially dangerous spot there that Mesa found themselves in. Instead, now a 4-frag lead. Looking to hang on and potentially build on it, but MOD still right in this one. Oh, the air rocket on Last. Last was rotating over to try to grab himself a 100 armor. In the chase down of its Wasty as well, so back to only a 3-frag difference. So amp is going to spawn along with belt in about 10 seconds. Let's back up and see who's getting in position. Wasty's up top and just grabs sniper rifle. If he can beat Karante there, this could be a problem for MOD. And he does. He has his back to it. Does he see it? Does. Wasty able to grab that amp with the sniper. He's probably going to cross over. These are those vents I was talking about. It gives you really quick access to the rest of the map. He's going to take it over to Belt. Belt already got taken, however. But sneaks around underneath. Gets 1 kill. He's got another opponent right beside him. 2 of them jumping him. Might need to back up here. Oh, was relying on him in that shot. Doesn't hit it. There's the grab. He goes down by Last. Chatui has the amp. Nothing really happening there, so not a huge amp run for either side. Mesa, though, holding on to this 1-frag lead. So what I'm seeing here, too, is that with this 100 armor vest being so exposed, nobody's really been able to consistently grab it and get into a rhythm. Sometimes with these 100 armors on a map like we've seen the Pit and Deck, you know, maybe you've got a player that runs control on it and they basically pick it up like half of the time and they're able to run around with extra armor the entire game. Oh, another headshot, this time on Wasty. Karante with 2 kills with that sniper rifle. Taking the lead now is MOD with 2.5 minutes to go, and they'll be in position for this amp. Oh, and Incepto's diving at him with those rockets. Will go up to the amp. You have Kuski in position to grab it. No armor on board for him. He might wait for his teammates, but if they're not careful, they might give it up altogether. Kuski goes down. Last grabs the amp, and now they're down by 2. They suddenly need to be aggressive with it. See the falling amp sniper shot. Teammates come over. There's another kill. Mesa back in the lead, but he's caught back in the corner to turnaround. Last on a killing spree now with that amp sniper rifle, giving his team the lead back. You can see the fire coming through the grates, but too late. We've got a tie game with under 2 minutes to go. So Last, most armor on the board at the moment, trying to push out and use that armor to take control. You can see 3 players from MOD. They've completely collapsed down to this area of the map. All 4 of the red team convened on this section of the map. So now if you're Mesa, you have to decide, okay, do we want to try to meet them there and just fight them 4-on-4, or do we want to back out and lock them into that area of the map? Last sneaks in behind, and look at that, 3 quick kills, including a team kill though. So that was a big team fight right there that Mesa came out on top. Gives them a 5 frag lead, and they also grabbed control of that vest. Beld comes up in 5 seconds. You got 10 seconds till amp. With a 5 frag lead, you do have jump boots, so Last can actually hang out in this section of the map. He can jump up the back way. Oh, he used the jump boots there. He could have kept the jump boots on this side and then jumped up to amp and stolen it away. Instead, now they're either going to have to piston or they're going to have to rely on the teammate. No, MOD actually grabs that amp. And 3 blue players are back in that stinger area, but he doesn't have a weapon. So unfortunately for MOD, not able to make anything happen with this amp run that would have been so crucial at the end of this game. So just looking for the enforcer shots, but it's such a crapshoot. The weapon is just not accurate. So a 6 frag lead. Oh, big direct rocket. People can go down so quickly in team deathmatch, but 5 frag lead with 10 seconds to go. I think Mesa's going to hold on to this one. And there you have it, back and forth. Big games all around. You kind of saw similar strategies between the two. I think Last choosing his spots and when he would rotate over and help out with the vest really made a huge difference. And also the efficacy of the amp run. So you can see significantly more amp time for Mesa, but what you're able to do with it on that map, there's tons of opportunities where people will grab the amp, die immediately, someone else picks it up, they die immediately. It's not unlike deck in that sense. It's a very dangerous exposed amp area. So not just grabbing the amp, but actually getting kills with it really makes a difference when someone can go on an extended amp run. So map 1 to Mesa, we're going to switch hubs. For map 2, we're going to head across the pond. So we were in Belgium, I believe, right? I imagine we'll be in GCP East again. Looks like New York City's up as well, so we'll keep an eye out on both of those. And I imagine this hub will be coming up here pretty quickly. I'm going to crank up the music a little bit. It just makes it seem so much more important and epic whenever you're watching me click back and forth on hubs and you've got dramatic music in the background. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, here we go. Wasted game up on DM Nitro. I think this must have been MOD selection. I don't know. I actually don't know off the top of my head. I don't think Mesa favors Nitro. They're mostly 2K4 players and some UT3. Not so much UT99. Nitro, to my knowledge, was never really played in 2K4. I'm sure there was probably a remake, but I don't recall it being played at all. So I'm going to guess that this one... Actually, I don't have to guess, because when we split hubs, we're doing opposite teams map picks. So, okay, yeah, so since we're on Mesa's home server, it's MOD's map pick, of course.
Hail to the king, baby.
So we'll see how things go here. So that means that Mesa was picking Defiant. Again, not shocking. I think most of those players have at least played UT3 to some extent, so it's not going to be an unfamiliar map for any of them. So Sir coming in for Last, it looks like. Curious to find out what positions play on this map. This map in particular, especially given that there's a keg involved. We've seen people play lots of different, I guess, like lineups, different positions, rather, formations, if you will. You will almost certainly have both teams very interested in holding that shield belt area up top to sniper and around to amp. The question is, do you dedicate someone to that? We've seen teams dedicate a specific person to the 100 armor vest room as well, because it's sort of its own separate area. But again, with a keg in play and essentially having 3 power-ups, you really can't rely on holding, especially that keg area. I mean, you're not going to dedicate someone to that. So you kind of have to have assignments that are based on rotations and routes. And that's something that takes a little bit of time and teamwork to really get down. So I would say if MOD wants to try to pull this one out, their best bet's going to be to really focus on that area I was talking about, sniper over to that stinger area. If they can get someone with armor, sniper, and amp, and I know that means for everybody, but that, especially with these high pings, if they get into like flak and link duels, it's just so hard when you have above 100 ping. But if they can get someone up top just picking people off, it's so disruptive. This map is kind of sneaky small. So if you can get someone to just rain down death from above with that amp sniper, that's something that even someone with 112, even maybe 132 ping can manage. But like we were saying, that's the whole thing, is that that's across the map, right? Like, so if that's what you're going to be focusing on, do you put 2 people across that side of the map, and then what do you concede? Do you concede keg? Do you put anyone over where we are now, over by this 100 armor? Because it's really hard to push into that room if you don't already have a presence. So lots of strategy and counter strategy to think about in this map. It'll be interesting to see how they position themselves and how they adjust to each other. All right, players are ready. Map 2 coming up right now. Here is your countdown. 3, 2, 1. And it's game time, baby. Connex 5 bringing you the last 4v4 match of the week. Mesa versus MOD. We just saw Mesa hold on, taking Defiance by a handful. This will be MOD's map pick, though. DM Nitro, of course, the only TDM map I think that we're currently playing that has a keg in it. Let's head over, though. First spawn will be this vest that pops up. And it looks like 2 blue players dedicated to it for now. 3 now roaming and buzzing around. If they do get the first one, we'll see if they decide to hold this room consistently or if they just rotate in. It looks like maybe they have someone dedicated to it, because that can also counter snipe. That's you can get a sniper rifle in that player. Oh, actually he's rotating around up top. So, okay, so a lot of roaming going on is what I'm seeing early on. Not surprising. This is a map that, like I say, you can traverse very quickly and you really can't stay still on, but very interested to see how they arrange themselves. Kuzki snuck in and took that vest right out from under him. That's the downside, though. Whenever you rotate out of that vest room, is it spawns so frequently, you're almost conceding it. All right, we got 10 seconds till Keg and 10 seconds till Amp. We're going to head up to Amp. You see Keg is down low there. Actually, 2 red players there. Oh, and you got the Piston coming down from above. They're going to get swarmed and taken out. That said, Amp is up. Oh, and red grabbing Amp as well, so all the power-ups going to Mesa that round. Inceptos now in a killing spree, roaming around that map. And that amped LG, or excuse me, amped sniper rifle through the middle of the map. It's just, you're so on top of each other this map that it's so difficult to get to break line of sight from someone who's running around like that. Ooh, Rockets back and forth, ends up getting the kill. 2 players in front of him now. There's 1 kill. He can get another one if he can follow it up with a flat primary. Or he takes shots from behind. I think might have been from his teammates, so Incepto's going to have to be careful there. Has that waterfall always been that blue? I know I sound like I'm on drugs, right? I swear, I didn't think it was that blue. Anyway, Inceptos on a rampage. And we do have Keg and Amp more or less together again. And actually, Belt's going to be up at the same time. So, some decisions to be made. We'll head over to Amp right now. And Sir this time grabbing Amp with only 31 health. Belt was taken as well, so he can't swoop around to that. In fact, all the power-ups were taken. So he might be looking to, if not pass this power-up, at the very least, make sure he has a teammate next to him if he goes down. Oh, you see them taking that ramp or taking that lift together. But he goes down. There was actually a team kill from Blue in that same little scrum. So a crazy back and forth. Inceptos follows up with a headshot. Lots of death and destruction going on in the end. I think Mesa got the most out of that battle. Let's head over to this vest. So yeah, you can see neither team necessarily dedicating someone to holding this room, which is interesting. I think we'll see some of these vests trade hands a lot then, back and forth. You can see 2 Mesa players now, Inceptos and Kusky, with only 1 death so far. We'll go on board with Kusky. There's a double kill for Kusky with that sniper rifle. Looking for the multi. Oh, his teammates stealing it from him, obviously. but you can see that belt in hand. If you're going to cross the middle of this map, it's so important, too, to have that extra armor, because you were just walking through a circle of death. And I just swept the circle of death, so you don't want to get a messy again. So interesting to have Kusky up top there. Belt actually doesn't spawn for quite a while. Shield Belt does spawn soon. Excuse me, Keg spawns soon. Amp is actually up right now, and Blue is all over it. Kusky now on a rampage and a chance to grab this Amp. I don't know if people realize that the Amp is up. Yeah, Amp is still chilling there. I thought Blue was going to go for it. I don't know if they know it, but I think both teams presume the other team got the Amp. It's a fall-away sniper by Kusky. The turnaround, too. He's got a stinger on him. He might want to switch to that to get the finishing kill. Nope, goes for it the old-fashioned way. And another shot by Kusky, who's on fire with the sniper rifle. And again, Amp is still up. Neither team. There's the dominating for Kusky. He's out of sniper rifle ammo. He's going to go for this belt. If he circles around up top and grabs this sniper... Oh, never mind. Sir's going to go ahead and grab that Amp. I mean, honestly, he might even come drop it to his teammate that has belt, but there is the Amp coming around the corner. Amp with Lincoln. He's got to be careful, though. He's only got 55 life, and he's kind of out on an island right now. That's a nice job flanking and getting 1 kill with his teammates. Kusky's spree goes down. But so far, a third of the way into this one, a big lead for Mesa. So Wasty with a full keg in hand. It's actually, you know, you might think with a keg on this map, you'd see people running around with 199 health all the time. It's in such a vulnerable place. It's actually pretty difficult to grab it with 100 health. More often than not, you end up seeing people come out of there with like 120, 130 health, because you're just gonna take so much damage most of the time diving down into the bottom of the map like that. Oh, the long range rockets by Wasty, probably equal chances that he killed an enemy or a teammate there. In that case, managed to get an enemy, but got triple teamed off the spawn by enforcers. Okay, amp is up. Sir took the amp last time, so Mesa should have timing on it. It is up and chilling in the box, ready to be unwrapped. And I think Inceptos will be not circling around, so Mesa right now perhaps not being extra sharp. I mean, they do have a big lead, so maybe it doesn't so much matter to them. But there you go, Karante actually sneaking around and grabbing that amp. Kind of surprised to see Mesa losing control of this amp. I mean, again, we're just past the halfway point and a big lead for Mesa, so may not end up ultimately mattering. Kusky answers back with the link gun kill. Oh, and he goes down. Wasty's got the amp now. And Wasty right now just having full reign of the middle of this map, running around, pretty much just dropping down sniper shots on everyone. All right, amp spawns. We'll be very curious to find out if Mesa finally gets onto this amp. So I thought they were going to have someone dedicated to running this kind of back section of the map. I mean, you got rockets, you got sniper, all the way around to vest, or excuse me, to shield belt over there. But right now the cupboard is bare and amp is up again. And now MOD, yeah, Karante, I believe he took it last time, so looks like he's the only one that has timing on amp. Is he? I'm not sure. Okay, so he's waiting for his teammate. I'm not sure why I didn't even look for amp there, but maybe knew it was up, waiting for his teammate to come grab it. And he goes down though, and Mesa right now makes him pay. Now 199 health in Septos with an amp sniper rifle running around the map. And that's definitely not what you want to see for your MOD. And there it is, Killing Spree still has 176 of that health left as well. And so that's the thing, this is, again, the only map that I'm aware of that has a keg in it that we're playing. And it comes up huge, so it's kind of a different mindset. The map just has a different pace to it when there's one more major power-up to control. Of course, maps like Asbestos from 2K4 makes you rethink kind of your priorities, and there's a sniper shot downrange by Inceptos. Really, everyone on Mesa having a good game though, this map. Sir on a killing spree now. We see Kusky leading the pack. Look at that amp time comparison, 113 seconds versus 29. Such a different complexion versus the first map. Sir has the amp in his hands again, but only 13 HP, so gotta be careful here. Somehow crosses the map untouched, getting to the 100 armor, and the Amp's headshot, that was just unnecessary. Does go down to the Enforcer, so a full flak, because why not? Wasty just grabbing all the weapons right in front of his teammate. And there's another killing spree, this time by Wasty, and the double kill to finish things off. Does get the headshot, though. Remember, kids, do not try to catch a bullet with your teeth. Any videos that you see people doing it are purely fake. So Amp spawns now, and look at that, somebody waiting on Amp. So there we go, blue team making me happy here. Give a quick look at the scoreboard, but oh, Sir takes him down. I think he maybe damaged himself as much as anything. So Inceptos, somehow again, Inceptos ends up with the Amp in his hand. I feel like that's just been happening this map. But as it is, look at the scoreboard, you know what's happening. Mesa running away with this one despite a close map one that really could have gone either way. So it really shows you the difference in comfort level on the different maps. I know I saw Mesa practicing this map last night, so certainly rather familiar with it. Keg is up, and Inceptos sneaks down and grabs it. Again, you see a pretty clean grab, 160 HP. Kuzki then grabbing the shield belt across the map. That's going to be two players that are absolutely stacked for Mesa to close this game out. Amp is up as well, and Inceptos, once again, probably not going to grab it. Maybe he'll let his teammate grab it, and somehow I bet he'll end up with it in his hands. That seems to be the theme. Or maybe once again, Mesa will just ignore the Amp. That also seems to be the theme of this map, so there you go. Amp just sitting there stewing in its own goo. And with 20 seconds to go, Mesa will take their second point of this matchup, starting the season off strong. Still 3 more points up to grab, though. Remember, we do have the best of 3 2v2 coming up right after this, and then 2 best of 3 duels to finish off the day. All right, 4v4 is done. I'm not sure which hub they're going to start the 2v2 on, so I'm going to kick you over to the AFK screen just for a minute. Actually, you know what? Let's take this opportunity to look at basically our standings for the day so far. I'll go over to our browser. A refresh. There you go. So yeah, you can see SOW and SAS both with perfect starts to their season. DW and SOD with a really close back and forth. I mean, there were so many close matches. And honestly, all day long, there's been a ton of close matches. We've had tiebreaker maps in at least half the duels. I don't even know how many of the duels was it. Is it exactly half? 3 out of 6? I'm going to give you a look at the rankings. Of course, rankings are going to be a little more interesting once we get past the first week, but I mean, you can see it. Yeah, when we talk about every match matters, every point matters. Of course, All-Stars you see in 5th place, they're going to have a bye week in week 1. Since we have 9 teams, every week one team's going to have a bye week, so All-Stars going to be sitting technically at the bottom after this week, but of course, everyone will have their week where they gain 0 points. So as the season goes on, this page, this UTProLeague ranking page, will become very interesting to watch. I believe we're also working towards a playoff this season as well. But all right, let's take a quick peek to see. They're not on NYC, so they might be starting in Europe, so we'll keep an eye out for that. All right, so in Discord, they're just sorting out what the server order is going to be right now. So bear with us. We're going to get this match coming up to you once as soon as they figure that out. Just more clarifications, of course. First week of a season actually has gone pretty smoothly. All things considered, of course, at this point, many or most of these players, whether with their current team or previous teams, have played in UTPL before. So most folks, this isn't their first season. But of course, there's always map, rules, etc. changes every year, so not surprised to see a little bit of discussion to make sure we get everything right. There you go. There's some nice framing for you around the sponsor logos. This is what has gotten us here to this point. It looks like, well, we did have a server up on NYC. I think they're still getting it hosted. I'm honestly not sure what the final outcome was, but they're either going to play on, I believe, either Belgium or New York City servers. Okay, I do see a map or a game up. I see 2 games up actually. I think one of them is a practice game. All right, UTPL 2 TDM. That looks like the one we're looking for, with map 1 being Rankin.
Hail to the king, baby.
All right, we are back in game in the server. Players are in, and we should be getting started here very soon. In the home stretch, we got a best of 3 2v2, 2 best of 3 duels, and week 1 will be in the books. All right, looks like we are ready to go. Map 1 will be Rankin. Here is your countdown. 3, 2, 1. And it's game time, baby. Connex 5 kicking off the last 2v2 of the day. Got Mesa versus MOD. Map 1 is Rankin. Of course, this will be best of 3. For the 3rd point up for grabs in this matchup, we saw Mesa holding on in map 1. Map 2, the 4v4, able to run away with it, so 2 points on the board for them. MOD trying to get on the board themselves and already up 3-0 in this one. Wasty with 1 HP, able to get the stinger kill. Does go down, but you got to feel like that was just gravy right there, playing with house money. So hyper aggressive play by both teams. Everyone just being super aggressive around the shock rifle. And Septos ends up getting the double kill to finish things off. We got 10 seconds till this amp spawns. There's the kill on Septos. Got Wasty down low trying to knock him off, but Mars is up top. Nobody's really particularly stacked, so they grab it, immediately goes down. There's the grab and the kill by Septos right now, who is on fire with 3 kills in a row with it. Let's see if he can find some other targets to take down. Ooh, nice stinger ult to try to push him away. You do have 5 seconds till belt spawns. Kind of surprised not to see Inceptos going down low there. Nice job there not killing himself. Lots of people would have dove down, shot those rockets. Oh, and Mars steals the shield belt away. Does go down, but keeps it away from them. That said, Inceptos and Wasty right now running together very well. Up to an 8 frag lead in the opening moments. Oh, and there's the snipe from down range, rather. And the headshot to follow it up. And another one. Mars on fire himself now. Pulling back with N5. So these guys have been fast and furious, just back and forth with these primarily sniper kills. But we'll see what happens as they settle in a bit. Both Amp and Shield Belt will spawn around the same time. Be interesting to see who goes for what. Looks like Wasty's backing down to Belt. Mars is going to back around. He already has 52 armor, so it kind of makes sense that they would send him to Amp. Ooh, Wasty almost got taken out by that Amp combo. He's got to be careful here. So right now the Amper is kind of on his own at the shock. And it's a smart play by Mesa to try to just circle across the map. Basically just evading the Amp runner. I mean, if you can't negate, you can neutralize by evasion. Already down to 3 seconds left on this Amp. 0 damage from that Amp by Mars. So there's actually a pretty good play by Mesa. Just saying, look, if you can't kill him, just avoid him. Let that time run out. Ooh, but big combo there, and this is MOD with an opportunity to try to close this gap if they can get in their face. But nice job there. They singled out Karante off to the side. Mars actually got caught a little bit out of position. He does get the trade. Oh, but then he goes down, and Inceptos, last man standing. Everyone else went down there. Mesa, though, with both players with armor. Nice teammate cover there by Inceptos. Ooh, he almost has the beautiful combo lines up. Ends up running out of ammo, but keeps his focus as the sniper switches and still gets the kill. That's actually really difficult. We saw that happen earlier on in the day with 3 quick snipers there as well. Karate's got it, but he's going to be pinned in there, and he goes down quickly. But yeah, when you run out of ammo and you get the switch, it completely changes your rhythm, basically. So to keep your focus and hit that next shot is actually a pretty good concentration. There's another pretty good amp run there. I mean, obviously in 4v4 in this map, we've seen amp runs where people go absolutely bonkers, getting damn near rampages. Not a ton of damage output that time, but controls the map, gets a couple kills, stays alive. And Septos right now actually having a very efficient game. What is he at? 16-6 so far. And already over 2,000 damage, not even a third of the way into it. Actually, I guess we're exactly a third of the way into it. Oh, and there is the flanking maneuver. Both players going down for Mesa. This could be MOD's chance to try to get some amount of map control going and try to turn out some kills. Of course, one of the keys to 2v2 is that you can flip control much quicker than in 4v4 because obviously you've only got half as many targets to take down. So if you get 2 quick kills, all of a sudden you can find yourself in a position to really turn the tables. Still an 8 frag lead here for Mesa, but MOD starting to assert themselves a little bit. There's one big, combo to take down that belt, but he goes down. And then the amp goes to Inceptos, and just like that, Mesa takes control right back. Oh, Inceptos almost ate a 3-pack of rockets. Instead, gets splashed off the edge, but Karante stands in there, getting that nice shot. So you can see what MOD's doing, right? Nothing really unique and weird and different. They're trying to just hold that top area, the same thing that we've seen earlier in the day. I feel like Mesa right now is doing a little bit more of a rotation. They're kind of just meeting up and rotating around the map together. They're having good luck doing that. You actually have the shield belt up right now. Oh, both players pinned in there, though. Karate with a good opportunity to do some damage. He did just that. Incepto's still stuck back there. And any damage here. Oh, he actually comes out alive and gets the kill, despite being stuck down there with just an enforcer. So a nice job there to come away with the trade. Now we've got to fight over this amp. We've seen it get picked up and dropped and picked up and dropped. Playing hot potato with that amp. We've seen it happen a couple times. In this case, Wasey's going to get a clean grab and an opportunity to expand this lead. Oh, he misses the falling shot, but gets in his face. Karate with a nice escape there. So a little bit of wasted time here, perhaps, though, just wanting to secure the defense of that belt. It's got a landmine of goo. Or, excuse me, a minefield, I guess, of goo. More than just one. Managed to escape Wasty, hitting shots while dodging around all that. Pretty impressive. Mars, though, able to take out Incepto's off screen. Still staying within 8, so MOD has drawn relatively... pretty much even, I guess, the last, what, 5 minutes or so? It is back up to a double-digit lead, though, with that flak ball, so Mesa really trying to put the clamps on now. They've had a hard time establishing control for very long. As soon as they take control and get a couple kills, MOD comes storming right back. We've been at this, like, 8 to 10 lead mark for quite a while now. Wasty going out of Karate, still a 10 frag lead. Incepto's grabbing that belt. What is the count on belts? 6 to 3. I was about to say, I felt like Mesa had grabbed a ton of belts. You see the double kill over the amp, and now Incepto's with 150. Oh, he has a double enforcer. Dual amped enforcer is kind of insane. You're doing 44 damage a shot. And it's basically like a minigun that does 44 damage a shot. Oh, he's got to be careful here. He doesn't want to damage his teammate. And kind of like what we saw before from Mesa, MOD actually doing a pretty good job there of avoiding the amp runner. Not a ton of damage output there, despite still having 150 armor that whole run. That said, up to a 13 frag lead, so final 5 minutes of this one to go, and Mesa in great position to jump out to a 1-map lead. Flat coming out. Incepto's up top. You'll notice Incepto's has stayed at 150 armor for probably the last 2 minutes. Ever since he got that double kill in the amp. Has just been extremely comfortable, and you can see this getting pushed up to a 17 frag lead. Still lots of time left, but kind of feel like it's starting to slip away for MOD. Look how stacked both players are for Mesa. Wasting out on a killing spree. Incepto's has a beat on that amp. If he can get to it first, he could have an opportunity to really put this one away. Instead, he's going to go down the belt. I don't think they have timing of the amp right now. Wasty's around by it. He finally sees it's up. All he has is a flat cannon, though, and no armor. Not ideal for an amp runner. He goes down. He's going to have a link gun. That'll help him defend that shield belt, but maybe a bit fortunate to come away with that one alive. 23 HP is going to get down to that amp, or excuse me, to the belt with amp. That'll give him a lot more survivability. Already takes a sniper shot. But as it is, look at that, already up to a 22 frag lead. So the last couple minutes by Mesa, we saw them get super stacked, and like I said, they were basically ready to break it open. They did just that. About 3 minutes to go here. I think we're going to see the clock starting to run out on MOD, at least for map 1. Wasty up top somehow dodges that rocket. I don't know how he walked away from that one. Still took some damage, but man, I thought he was a goner. And at this point, if you're Mesa, all you have to do is just make sure you don't die crazy fast. As long as you're not being reckless, you should be able to ride this one out. Belt gonna be theirs yet again. Look at the score, but they've just been dominant over that shield belt, 9-3, which is kind of interesting because we've seen them hold both the belt and the amp. Usually those are not entirely diametrically opposed, but you know, there's going to be times when both of them are up at the same time. So credit them for making the right decisions to split up when they need to split up and run together when they need to run together. Septos here basically playing defense against 2 players. Smart plays, split them up, backed up, and got a kill out of it. Didn't even hardly take any damage out of it. Oh, and the long range combo. You saw how many seconds that shock ball traveled. It's not just hitting the shot, it's predicting it, it's placing the first shock ball in the perfect place. And there is a killing spree to end things off here. We've got about a minute and a half to go. Mesa looking strong in map 1. Oh, nice rocket down there by Wasty. Anticipating his jump into that health. Didn't actually kill him with that first rocket, but bounced him around just enough. And so we might actually see a double up in the score, depending on what happens in the last minute. Mesa really running away with this one. It was actually pretty even. They took about an 8 to 10 frag lead a few minutes into it, and there was a good 5 to 6 minutes that MOD drew pretty much even with Mesa, and they were just back and forth, you know, 8 frag lead, 7 frag lead, 9 frag. It was just like tug of war. And then Mesa really put down the clamps. The last third of the match is when they made a big push. So there you go, map 1 going to Mesa big. We'll see what happens in map 2. This was their map pick, so map 2 is going to be on the North American server, but it will be MOD's pick, so we'll see what they end up coming up with. I believe we're going to end up on that New York City hub again, if not GCP East. So we got a couple options. We'll keep an eye out for that hub to pop up. Shouldn't take long. All right, looks like they are on NYC, so map 2 should be coming up here in just a few moments. All right, servers up, joining in. Looks like we're going to be on deck for map 2. I don't know, that's kind of an interesting map choice. I guess if you're going to play with high ping, you're gonna feel like you're gonna have a better
King, baby.
opportunity with relying on hit scan. It's gonna be a little more consistent than something like, you know, even rockets or flag. That being the case, I guess if that's your game, deck is a reasonable option. But I don't know, playing an open hit scan map against you know, someone with better ping than you, certainly not amazing ping. Anyway, I'm gonna say they're certainly gonna have their work cut out for them. Let's just put it that way. Oh, looks like a sub Karante coming out. All right, looks like Mesa gonna keep their lineup intact. A little change for MOD. Looks like they're gonna be ready in 30 seconds, they say, so should be getting started with map 2 here shortly. Again, map 1 to Mesa will be best of 3. So Mesa can try to secure a 3rd point in this matchup. MOD trying to force a map 3 for 2v2. Of course, stick around. We will have the last 2 best of 3 duels of the week coming up. All right, map 2 deck coming up now. Players are ready. Here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1. And it's game time, baby. Connex 5. Bringing you through the last matchup of the week here. Map 1 in this 2v2 portion. Big win from Mesa. MOD hung in there towards the middle, but Mesa really clamped down and ran away with it in the end. That was their map pick, though, on Rankin. We are on MOD's map pick on deck, and we'll see what they can do. They're going to have a tough hill to climb, though, against Wasty and Inceptos. There's a double kill to open things up. Inceptos still feeling mighty comfortable. Looked very good last game in Rankin. Ooh, just misses that combo. Gets taken down for it. So 2-1 early on here. We do have the belt spawning in about 10 seconds. We'll head over to that in mid. See what we're looking at. Both players for red above it. See, blue now has one player above it. Mars might actually be able to beat him down. No, Inceptos dives to it first. Falls down into the drink, though, and Mars makes him pay. So smart play there by Mars. Knew he didn't have to stand in there and fight for it, so he backed away and actually baits him into jumping into the slime. So Amp is up, and you see Mars unable to get a beat on it. Inceptos goes ahead and grabs it with only 35 health. No armor up near him, so this is going to be an interesting moment. Does he decide to be aggressive and risk it? No, I think he's going to be pretty defensive here. He might even circle back around Shock. Yeah, probably going to grab the health over there. Oh, nice twitch shot there on Mars. Was just looking for some free damage. Didn't want to go down to any sniper shots. Back up to 100 health, though. It can be a little bit more aggressive the last few seconds. And there's a nice combo under the bridge. It's a much harder shot than he made it look. In his face with Flak now with one more shot can take him out. Mars got pinned in the corner there with nowhere to go. Rockets coming down from above for Inceptos. Really just like not taking any crazy risks. Just playing very, you know, kind of taking what MOD is giving him at this point. And MOD for their part, oh, there's the falling headshot with a killing spree for Inceptos. I think did he open last game with a headshot too? Or not a headshot, yeah, a killing spree. And there's a shredded full flak right down in the pit to answer that one. I think he maybe took some pancake damage there. So the piston tap boot jump. So you can't get down from the pit up to here with just a boot jump. So that's what he did there. He pistoned himself up to just get a little extra height. Then boot jump up there so he could contest this amp. Doesn't have any more boots, but a simple wall dodge will get him up to that amp if he doesn't want to piston. Looks like he's using it as bait, waiting for his teammate to come over. Oh, he just misses that combo. And he might give up the amp grab. Oh, there's a big combo. Amp is on the ground. Mars is going to head over to it, but he gets taken out by the rocket. And Inceptos, oh, but he has a spawner right behind him. Mars takes him out with the Enforcer. He goes down. Wasty ends up with the amp. So a hectic fight right around that double damage amp area. Oh, and a couple quick snipes has Wasty running away. Mars Karma comes over and knocks him out, so MOD with some nice teamwork there. We'll go on board with them. And right as I say that, he dives into the slime. Get a big fight over this shield belt. Boots are up. Wasty gets the kill. That's going to clear a path for his teammate. He grabs boots, and Septos grabs belt. Yeah, grabs belt, and we're going to be in the pit, running over towards this next armor. And Septos with a double kill. And Inceptos right now, I feel like it's just on fire with his snipe. Take a look at his stats. I mean, shooting 40%, certainly very good. Ooh, combo from around the corner. Meanwhile, MOD did grab that amp. Wasty took him out, and he's able to pick it up. No armor, though, so he's going to run through the middle of the map looking for targets. So we passed basically the 1/3 mark of this map. Oh, and he goes down right in front of him, so Wasty looking for armor. The belt's actually up. 10 seconds on the 100 armor vest. And it looks like, yeah, Mod ended up grabbing that belt. Mars Karma around that corner. Let's go on board with him. This is as stacked as I've seen anyone on MOD this entire matchup. He's got 140 over 150. With the rockets coming out on those ramps. So tricky to dodge those. Inceptos manages to do it, though, and answer right back. You still got 20 seconds until the belt, 8 seconds until the 100 armor vest, so vest will be up soon. Actually kind of surprised to see Mars running away from it. Both MOD players on it. Nice grab there. And actually nice rotation there, but really nobody ends up with the armor, so 3 seconds until this belt spawns. This will be super important because nobody in the map has armor right now. Amp is up as well. We got both power-ups up at the same time. Try to give you a view of both. As Zeptos goes down, Mars grabs the amp. Is he going to go down for the belt? No, Wasty goes down and grabs it. Catches him with a combo in mid-air. Oh, and Mars misses diving for the amp. He gets stuck down again with Wasty. That said, that will still give MOD the ability to grab that amp and maybe try to make a trade happen out of that. Unfortunate play by Mars. Got knocked down or fell down into that pit. Oh, the anti-combo. That's brutal. The anti-combo doing so much damage. So they do manage to get a trade out of what was a particularly unfortunate situation there. That said, Mesa in very good position now to finish this one off. So 5 seconds till belt spawns. MOD there a little bit early, actually. They've got some cover from around. Okay, looks like they're going to dive off of that. And Septos and Wasty both coming from through the pit. They have the boots in their possession. Oh, and they get snuck up on. Mars steals it from right under their noses and gets the kill with the link gun. Possibly a second one. No, and Septos with the wall run dodges it. So an interesting trade there, but in the end, Mesa still up top, or still on top, rather, by 18. Amp spawning any second now. Amp is up. Mars going to grab it. Looking to make something happen. We're past the halfway point of this map. Still plenty of time to make something happen because, again, Amp in the middle of this map, especially if you can catch people off the spawn, can be devastating. Oh, unfortunately, he's caught out in the open. Nice job defending himself there. Falling back, getting one kill. Mesa did trade with his teammate, though, and he goes down. Eats a combo by Wasty. A few seconds left for Wasty to get a couple more shots off with the sniper rifle. Belt is up now. We'll see who decides to jump down for it. We've seen lots of fights over it. In this case, it looks like MOD gets it pretty cleanly, so we'll follow Mars running around with it. He's got goo out. He doesn't really have many weapons in his disposal, basically just a rocket launcher. He will get a shock rifle here. That'll make him much more dangerous. He also grabs the 100 armor, which is kind of surprising. I figured he would have left it for his teammate, but maybe just trying to keep it out of the hands of Mesa. He actually took a couple of shots already just traversing the map, so ends up paying for running through mid. It's such a dangerous spot to be against good aimers. Oh, a headshot by Mars, getting one kill. Can't follow it up. So we're up to a 19 frag lead now for Mesa. Going board with Inceptus is the only one with any real semblance of armor after grabbing that vest. We do have Amp spawning right now. Let's actually go over to Amp. See who's in position. See everyone fighting across the map. Belt coming up soon. You see, oh, MOD in position, but they go down. Wasty now crossing the map with Amp in his hands. And with 5 minutes to go, a couple more Amp runs could really seal the deal for Mesa. Oh, Wasty with the spree and then the respawner right in front of him. And that's what I was talking about. In the middle of deck, you get Amped sniper rifle there. A couple of unlucky spawns for your opponent can just really be devastating. But right now, Wasty and Inceptos kind of running away with it. May have sealed the deal at this point. It had a big run the last minute or two. There's a nice shot from across the map, and actually MOD turning the tables just a little bit. They both have over 100 armor and a chance to, try to make some amount of a comeback happen. That said, this is map 2. With under 4 minutes to go. It would really take a bit of a miracle for them to come back here and force a map 3. Amp is up. You can see Wasty's going to have it in his hands, but well, is he going to have it in his hands? Going to leave it for Inceptos, who misses it. So both Mesa players are extremely weak. Inceptos does grab Amp finally, but he's going to have to circle back around to the 50 armor. He can't be very aggressive with it. Oh, nice combo there by Inceptos with the double kill. and shots ringing out left and right. But at this point, I think it's all academic. Mesa's going to secure themselves another point in this matchup going into the duel rounds. And again, we will have 2 best-of-3 duels after this. I'm not actually sure who is going to duel. We may very well see these same 2, Wasty and Inceptos. They could be the duelers as well for Mesa. So amp up. This will be the last one of your match here. And Septos can't quite get up there. It's a little bit tricky. You got to wall run and wall dodge to get up there. Amp in their hands. A grand total of 13 HP, though, between Inceptos and Wasty. So we'll see what they can make happen on this final amp run of the map. I'm actually amazed that they managed to stay alive there. So didn't do a whole lot of damage with that amp run, but did keep it in their hands. Although again, at this point, this map is going to be all Mesa. Finishing it off strong and securing his 3rd point in this matchup. So far, perfect on the season. So off to a strong start so far. We'll see what happens in the duel rounds coming up just following this match. And that is game 2v2 portion of this matchup, going to Mesa emphatically in the end. Who remain perfect so far. 3 points going to them. We'll see what happens in the duel rounds. Going to sit back out. And we're going to wait for those hubs to pop up for it. But in the meantime, I'm going to go take another quick water break. We'll be back with you in just a couple minutes with duel number 1. All right, everyone. Don't forget to hydrate as we're waiting for the last duel maps, and in fact, the last games of the day. We got 2 best-of-3 duels to finish us off. But don't forget to stretch. Get that circulation working. Maybe drink some water. Do some push-ups. I don't know, whatever you need to do. Take care of yourself. Just waiting for this first hub to come up, and then we will be strapped in and ready to roll. All right, exit next right. Looks like he's going to be Mesa's first dueler. Server is up, jumping in. We'll be getting this kicked off in just a couple moments.
Hail to the king, baby.
Three, two, one.
All right, here we go. Didn't realize they were ready to go. Exit next right in Choco. Choco or Choco? I'm not sure, but someone let me know. But in any case, in the meantime, we are live on this one. These guys jumped in here, coming in hot. Exit next right's up top, waiting for him. You can see him circling around. He did hear him pick up that vial, though. So Exit's going to know exactly where he was. Able to stand in there and grab that. You see him down to 11 HP now. While Exit's up top, trying to get one more shot on him to break this seal early. Oh, and the headshot. Completely unnecessary with the overkill, but got the first kill. There is the follow-up. Catches him trying to sneak through mid. And you see Exit just guessing at spawn points at this point. Something you can definitely do on this map. That said, though, Belt is up, and oh, that may have cost him. Exit went for the spawn kill, didn't have position then to zone him off of Belt. He does get that 100 armor vest, so he's still pretty safe. Nice defensive piston there to keep that shock ball away. But Exit now going to be a bit on the run. And so right now, this is the challenge he has for him, is to try to catch Exit next right. Kind of unaware. Basically, he wants to flank him here. He's still got a bit of an armor advantage. Exit, though, meanwhile, soaking up all sorts of vials. And actually has an angle, on the shield belt. And Exit sneaks around, kind of turns the tables, sneaks in front of him and grabs that belt. Both players now with clean grabs of the belt right under the noses of their opponent. Dead even health and armor at this point. So both players at this point, kind of a game of cat and mouse, just rotating around each other, trying to take 3 shots, seeing who can get the most damage without taking retaliation. And both players, though, haven't been under 150 HP in quite some time. There's a big combo. Knocks Exit back. I think he got knocked into that 100 armor. And again, Exit in better position, sneaks down and grabs. Oh, the midair rocket does a little bit of, actually, only about 52 damage. Okay. I thought that was going to be a much bigger shot than it was. But Chaco catches him going up that lip, gives up the belt, but does make him pay just a little bit to negate that belt. So Exit with the lead, but Chaco is super stacked. Look at that, 199 HP. It's not that often you see 199 HP on a player on ASDF. And Chaco right now, you can see how methodical he's playing, trying to ambush. He actually rockets himself off of Exit, and that was basically a draw. I mean, neither player coming away with any armor, so still dead even between these two. But now, much lower barrier to death here. Both players with one big shot can kill the other one. Couple of rockets could do it. And Exit able to dodge the rockets and grab that 100 armor. So Chaco now really kind of, the table's getting turned on him. Now Exit's in the lead as far as health and armor is concerned, and he's the one that's trying to cut off Chaco. We saw the exact opposite scenario for a couple of minutes there, and Exit able to just stay alive and rotate around the map. Ooh, dodging the rocket there. Matrix moves coming in. Mid-air flak ball, that was huge. This is the lowest Chaco's been in a while. Also allows him to get a clean grab of the belt. Does take some damage afterwards, though, so... Oh, and that's a big sniper shot. Another one. Ooh, could have taken him down. Oh, down to 6 HP. If he can catch him, peek and exit. Showing great map knowledge there. Just predicting the shots and then predicting the spawn. If he take him out with one big shot, has the shot lined up. That combo, though, not quite perfect timing. Gets nothing out of it. But exit in great position as we pass the halfway point of this map. Try to maintain control. And both players right now just throwing all sorts of damage downrange, but not actually connecting. Finally, exit hits a big flak ball in the follow-up snipe. Down to 13 HP is his opponent. I don't know if he knows how weak he is. He might have pulled out the stinger there. He could have got a kill with a couple of shots from almost anything. Chaco playing with fire here. But back up to 63 HP, has 50 armor. Not enough that he wants to engage in a fight, but enough to at least survive and escape if he does get ambushed. Oh, exit with the perfect prediction combo. And under 3 minutes to go with the double kill. There is the killing spree with so much dancing back and forth between these players. Just like that, 2 quick kills on the board. And now the clock firmly on exit's side. Back up to 178 over 150. And at this point, he can kind of just backpedal his way out of this one and put all of that pressure on Chaco to try to close that gap. There's another kill by exit, looking for the follow-up. He's been so effective at getting those spawn kills, guessing correctly, and, you know, really just turning 1 kill into 2. So exit next right now, cracking this one wide open, up to a 9-0 lead. On a rampage now in the final minutes of this one, but it was extremely tight back and forth throughout the middle. Ultimately, look at that shield belt advantage, and I think that's just speaks to the positioning. I mean, Chaco was able to sneak through and kind of grab that early shield belt right underneath Exit's nose. Exit answered right back and did the exact same thing. And since then, Exit's kind of been in control of the map. He wasn't necessarily churning out kills after those early ones, but then whenever he did, he was able to roll off of it and get 2-3 kills off of it. And that's so huge, especially on this map. So it looks like Exit next right, gonna take map 1. Even the falling rocket there. Right now, everything Exit throws out is just working for him. Of course, up 14-0. But again, it was very tense back and forth for a few minutes here. The players just rotated around each other, kind of orbited, taking turns, taking big shots. But there's the yoink and the dominating with 12 seconds to go. Map 1 going to go to Exit next right. All right, so exit. You can see them talking. Looks like they're going to move to the European hub for map 2, either Belgium or London. Of course, exit a West Coast player in the US, so already, 80 to 90 ping in this hub.
Hail to the king, baby.
All right, we'll just back out for a minute and let them figure out which server and get it hosted. So I think they said they're either going to be in the London or Belgium hub. We'll keep an eye out for both of those to pop up. All right, looks like Belgium might be the hub we're in. We're going to jump in there. I do see Exit in here. So Exit next right, who I don't believe played in any of the TDM matches today. So sometimes that can be a boon, right? Sometimes not having to switch between game types can be good, because you can just focus on your one thing. And I feel like sometimes it can also be difficult to jump in. I mean, even if you've been practicing earlier in the day, you're kind of jumping in cold, right? You're not competition warmed up. I think sometimes that can actually increase your nerves. If you're going to play 5 maps in a day, the first map you're going to be the most nervous. And then I think you typically get kind of settled down and more calm as you go on. So interesting to see what people think about that, as far as whether they would rather jump right in and do it, or kind of like Exit did, just sort of specialize. All right, players are ready. Here's a countdown. 3, 2, 1. And it's game time, baby. Connex 5 here. Oops, losing my mouse. Early kill here by Exit next right. Continuing his aggressive play. We did see him just sort of bouncing back and forth between the health and armor lead on ASDF. Was just a tug of war early on. Ultimately ended up taking control of it and running away with it. And right now in decent position here on map 2. Try to seal the deal and grab another point from Mesa. There's 2 quick shots. Oh, and another one. And one thing Exit's really shown an affinity for is being aggressive off of a kill to try to find the spawner. And it's so important, especially, not just getting one kill, but basically having enough health to stay aggressive and follow it up. Ooh, flak ball's coming in. Raining down on exit. He's going to be on the run a little bit. We'll switch perspectives to Chaco. Let's see what he's seeing. Big midair flak. Exit answered right back with a shot of his own, and both players one shot away from death, so they're going to back up and try to slow things down a little bit. So see what Chaco's trying to do. He knows he's got him about even health and armor. There's a couple big shots there. Trying to just get in his face with an advantage. One big combo. If he can chase him down with anything, basically, one more shot will take him out. But Exit uses that lift to get away and stay alive and cling to this 4-frag lead. At this point, Chaco's got him a little bit on the run for the first time during this matchup. Oh, and the combo from up top, Exit. I don't know if he baited him specifically or if he just heard his footsteps. And that rocket up, and we've seen that so many times on this map in particular. You're down below, you know the opponent has the high ground, but you throw that rocket right at the edge of that cliff, and it kind of like, or the ledge, I should say, and it kind of does splash damage up and around. Can really catch people off guard and turn them away. Followed it up there with another kill. Oh, and the falling headshot, though, by Chaco answers right back, pulls within 5. Oh, the full flag just misses. He had him lined up. Exit, though, survives, gets the kill. And so right now, Exit looks like he's feeling pretty comfortable. You see him kind of backing up. More just running the map than anything. Kind of just trying to keep things under control, let that clock burn down a bit with a 6-frag lead on a race. It's a map you can absolutely stage a pretty quick comeback on, but I think that's why Exit is basically just soaking up health files. Going to push him off of whatever armors he can. I'm curious to see if he can test this 100 armor. Maybe after taking that damage, he'll need to. There's a nice combo from up top. So back up to 100 armor. Chaco now down to 37. He's got 10 seconds to go until the belt. Exit's going to be in position to push him off. He eats a sniper shot, though. He has to be careful here. He doesn't want another headshot to come through. Nice defensive sniper there by Exit. He got stuck in maybe a bit of a bad position there. One more sniper would have taken him down. Still pretty weak. Chaco one shot down. He gets taken out by that sniper. Oh, and he rockets himself in the face. He slid right onto the lift as it went up. He changed his aim with the rockets. Unfortunate right there. One of the weirder self-kills that I've seen. Unfortunately, that takes him back down to 0. And Exit still firmly in control. And there is the killing spree again for exit next right. Still maintaining just a stranglehold in this map at this point. And there is the fall away sniper. Exit continues to really be on fire this game. Now, you know, the first half, I should say, of the first map, Exit was pretty solid in control, but there was some back and forth. Exit now is just on a roll.
Minutes remain.
There's another belt. Let's take a look at this as we kind of wind things down here. 6-1 belts, 9-2 vests. You can see, I mean, Exit just in complete control. Actually, a pretty decent amount of damage output by Chaco. But when, you know, when you're looking at, oh, and the Rampage with a nice rising combo. But I'd say when you're looking at that much extra armor on the side of your opponent, and even the extra healing, which a lot of times will translate into health files, just going to make it so difficult. Oh, the rocket. I thought he might bounce him up. Sometimes when you hit a rocket on someone right as they're going up a lift, weird things can happen. It's kind of like double bouncing someone on a trampoline. Thought we might see that, but instead he's going to wait for him to land and just go ahead and snipe him the old-fashioned way. So up to 17-0. This one's going to be in the bag for Exit. And Mesa going to finish it off with 4 points already and a chance to go perfect coming into the last duel, which should be getting started here right after this one ends. Like I say, it looks like Exit next right's going to finish this one off with a victory. Don't think we're going to see 17 points in 90 seconds. Oh, Exit goes down, so Chaco hitting another sniper shot, this time getting back on the board. Remember, he hit that falling headshot earlier. That was kind of crazy. And then accidentally, well, sort of killed himself. He sort of got knocked into the lift while he was sliding with the rockets. Unfortunate to go back to 0 on that, but there you go. Gets himself back on the board. That's kind of a moral victory. You never want to end up with 0 or, you know, heaven forbid, a negative number, especially off of a self-kill situation. But there we go. 18-2. Chaco back on the board. Less than a minute to go, though, so we will ride this off into the sunset and get ready for our last duel of the day coming up right after this one. It looks like a game of chicken happening right now. Chaco sitting on that 100 armor, waiting for it to spawn. Perhaps waiting for Exit to poke his head out. Really, neither thing happens.
6, 5, 4.
There you go, finishing it off strong. 19-2. Exit on top. 4 points for Mesa. And we have got one more duel to go to finish this day off. Week 1 of UTPL Season 3. Maybe we can even get it done a shade under 8 hours. So we'll see what we get. We'll see what can happen here. But I'm going to back out. Let these guys get the next hub set up. And we will be back with you very shortly. Looks like the server's already up, jumping in now, and we should be getting kicked off here very soon. All right, looks like players are ready. And here we go. Last match of the day, starting now. And here is your countdown. 3, 2, 1. And it's game time, baby. Connex 5 here with the last duel of the day. Oh, early flak ball straight to the dome. JS keep feeding Toxic Shade. That smiley face. Map 1 here on Erase. Go on board. See what he's looking at. Of course, the quick flak ball. Not usually the way we see duels open with an early kill, but hey, it worked. Toxic Shade, though, taking him down to 35 HP. Manages to grab the 100 armor, though, and combos him around the corner, so a quick 2-0 lead. There's another fall away sniper. So right now, Toxic Shade, oh, going down again. 3-0 lead as JS catching him around the corner. And the predictive aim really working out for him so far. He does have 2 seconds till that belt spawns. Toxic Shade gets underneath him, gets away with the belt and kills him. So a big kill there by Toxic. Able to grab that belt was huge in the middle of that fight. So nice awareness. Keeping an eye on the timing. He's going to need to look for some health to back up that armor. Although that sniper shot's going to turn him away and really give him a lot more room to maneuver here. So not even 2 minutes into this one, and already 4 kills. And a big headshot right there if he can finish it up. Can pull back within 1, but can't quite do it. One sniper shot comes in, another one would get the kill. He does have a link gun. Kind of surprised not to see him chase down with that. He's had JS down to less than 50 health 2 or 3 times now. So JS here maybe playing with fire. Oh, but he baits him into a combo. And again, getting a kill. Going back up by 3, but Toxic Shade has had him heavily damaged so many times, and there's a full flak to take him down. rockets flying back and forth. Both players landing a little bit of damage. Big combo actually misses. Oh, and another flak primary. Right now, JSK taking him out with the flak. How many kills does he have with flak? Is that a 3 now? Yeah, he had the flak ball off the spawn. 2 big flak primary kills. But Toxic Shade answers back with 2 quick kills of his own. Staying in this one again, though. Both players hyper aggressive. Only 3 minutes in and already 9 kills. Oh, there's a big turn around sniper shot by Toxic Shade, just flipping around that corner, popping him with the sniper. Then a great combo, cutting that corner, pulling within 2. Oh, another falling sniper shot. All of a sudden, Toxic Shade with 2 in a row has caught fire here. 3 in a row. That's going to take him down to 49 HP. If he can cut him off here, can get a kill with 1 more shot. Have to be wary of those rockets. Slides right in underneath. Can't hit the mid-air shot. Might have gotten him a kill there, even with that armor in play. But he does have an opportunity to chase him down. He's still got about 10 seconds till this belt, so it's a little early to be diving down in there. Well, Toxic Shade is going to get a free grab there. I think JSK is going to be happy to back up, escape that situation with his life, and maybe grab 100 armor for his trouble. Oh, the rocket jumped down right into his face, and JSK gets the air rocket. Took some damage himself, though. Just got to be careful of the revenge kill. We're just about approaching the halfway point of this one, and then yet another full flak primary on Toxic Shade. Half his kills have come from flak. Kind of an anomaly on this map. This is a map where it's a little more open, a lot of shock and sniper come into play. But so far, the instant kills from the flak are coming up huge. Toxic, though, does fight his way around, grabbing that belt. Can give him an opportunity to be aggressive. JSK has been super low in life so many times. This time, down to 55 HP. And still somehow gets away. There's a mid-air... Oh, mid-air rocket, though, to answer. I was saying mid-air shock. Then the response with the rocket. JSK right now, his rockets and flag are absolutely saving him. And if you're Toxic Shade right now, you don't want to get too antsy. You still have 4 minutes on the clock. Oh, and then the headshot when he's got 35 HP. Everything is going JSK's way right now. And then the rockets and gets away with 6 health. This would be an immensely frustrating game to play. So if Toxic Shade's able to regather himself and come back from this one, 2 kills with 6 HP. Ooh, shots back and forth. Both players less than 50 health. Toxic Shade got him down again, and once again, JSK just hits that 1 extra shot. I feel like half his kills have come when he was 1 shot away from death. There's the air rocket and the self-kill, so that'll reset both players. It'll be interesting to see who grabs what. JSK grabbing the flak. Seems like a smart move given how it's worked out so far, but Toxic Shade makes him eat a rocket, pulls within 8 with 3 minutes to go. Still time on the clock. But Toxic Shade's going to have to start landing some shots. He's been shooting pretty well with the sniper rifle, and with that 150 armor now, he can afford to be aggressive. He's going to guess sniper side, but JSK went over towards the... Oh, went over towards the 50 armor. Actually got stuck in a corner there. There's the Twitch snipe shot. Needs one more shot to get this kill. Guesses armor side. They're just playing peekaboo back and forth. Oh, Toxic had the shot he wanted there. Couldn't quite connect. Rocket does a little bit of damage with the health packs. Going to JSK, and now he turned the table. Toxic Shade wishes he had a link gun right about now. Would have pulled it out there. Some folks might even pull out the Enforcer. When he's 21 HP, that's... I mean, obviously he doesn't know exactly how much HP he has, but some folks might use that as a finisher there. In any case, he gets the kill. Circling back around, he will have a shield belt. JSK trying to ambush him with that flak. He's been so successful with the flak primary, I kind of don't blame him. You see him through the wall. Obviously, Toxic can't see through the wall, so he doesn't know that he's just sitting there waiting for him. 40 seconds until that belt spawns, mind you. So it's not as though he's going to be coming through there anytime soon. Oh, he catches him. I don't know if he knows that he fell down there. Close range rocket going to take him out, pulling within 6. Oh, we're only down to a minute and 20 seconds to go, though. JSK was able to waste so much time off the clock. Oh, there's double rocket bounce right in his face. Oh, and JSK comes away with the kill yet again. He's been so low on life so many times, and he comes away just getting that one extra shot. So it looks like MOD going to get their first dual map win here. And if you're Toxic Shade, you have to have some interesting takeaways from this one. This isn't how you would have expected someone to play this map. I mean, you look at the kills here. 5 kills with the flat cannon, 5 with the rockets, only 3 with shock and 3 with sniper. Lots of big flak primary kills, instant kills. Lots of just unfortunate stuff. A very unusual match. So if you're looking at this matchup from Toxic Shade's perspective, you got to try to reevaluate your strategy going into the next map. Pings are pretty even. It wouldn't surprise me if they stayed on this server. I'm not sure what the rules say about that, but we'll see what hub they play on next. I'm very curious to find out what the second map's going to be.
Hail to the king, baby.
All right, looks like we are sticking around in this server. So map 2 will be deck. Players are ready. We are live. Here is your countdown from map 2 of the last duel of the day. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And it's game time, baby. Connex 5 finishing you off strong. Map 1 here went to JSK off the back of some critical flak primary shots. Toxic Shade now trying to stay alive. You see, he's trying to learn from last map. I mean, you can tell JSK was very heavily favoring that flat cannon, trying to deny it, maybe catch him in an ambush going for it. JSK doesn't fall for it. In fact, gonna ambush him. Oh, at the sniper rifle. And first kill on the board. Remember, this is best of 3, so Toxic has to win this map just to force the tiebreaker. JSK, a bit of an advantage here. He can be as aggressive as he wants to be. If it doesn't work out, he can always take it to map 3. So a huge armor stack for JSK now, up to 155 health. Toxic, you can see around the corner picking up some vials of his own. On top of that 150 armor. Ooh, Toxic just a little off with his timing on that combo. And there's the headshot. But JSK taking damage of his own. Back and forth these two go, and Toxic again coming up one shot short. JSK with tons of kills last map when he had less than 50 HP. There, one more shot primary would have taken him down. Instead, he gets that extra damage, gets the kill, and up 2-0. So meanwhile, Toxic does pull out a kill. Finally able to finish him off and pull within one. He's got him down in the pit. He misses the falling shock shot, and JSK just kills him down into that goo. So difficult to get out of there when someone's got a shock rifle waiting for you. Oh, Toxic bullies him off of the 100 armor. Kind of surprised there. He didn't really have any advantage, but he dove in there, chased him away with that link gun. It just gives you an idea of how annoying it is to have that link gun chasing you down. However, with only 10 HP, that's not going to do him any good. He's going to have to back up, grab some health. He's able to do that. JSK has actually shown kind of a passive style here, not super aggressive, sort of waiting to let Toxic Shade run to him. We've seen a couple big, flak ambushes in the last map. Toxic right now trying to rely on his aim to get some damage from across the map. You see those peek shots. Hear him waiting for some footsteps to decide whether to go for that health or not. He gets a free grab of it. Belt is up. Oh, he guesses wrong. JSK went to the left. Thought he might go right. He trying to catch him through the teleport, but JSK saw it coming and bounced right down below. Ooh, there's a sniper shot answered with a combo. Both players sending damage back and forth. Of course, JSK's going to have some extra health on top of that. Toxic's going to be looking for those jump boots. Still 20 seconds till the belt spawns. And you see the musical chairs with those lifts just trying to get up there safely. Both players baiting the other one out. Toxic actually has jump boots here. I'm kind of surprised he stood in there rather than using boots to get above him. He does survive. He's got the sniper rifle out. One more shot. Now all he needs is Link, and there it is. He has it this time. He saw him get caught out a couple of times last game where, a finisher would have gotten him a kill. Oh, and he somehow bounces, lands on the side of the column and grabs that shield belt. He's probably dead if he doesn't grab that. And then the flak bounces off the wall twice and kills JSK, who then spawns in front of him. So this time, fortune on the side of Toxic Shade. As unfortunate as he got in the last map, that was a couple of ridiculous events in his favor. Now it's up to him to make the most of them. So we're in a tie game halfway through this one. Toxic trying to stay alive and force a map 3. JSK trying to get Mod their first points. But two quick snipes. Back and forth, these two trading shots. Toxic Shade down to 13 HP. Oh, looking for that health. Took a little bit too long. That peek that he took at the 100 armor really cost him there. Oh, and now JS chasing him down. Oh, dangerous jump right there. Almost ate a combo. He's going to go after this belt. Piston straight up takes a combo to the back. Almost falls into the goo. So both players not really super stacked at the moment. You see them backing up, trying to grab some health. Looking for whatever armor's up. 100 armor goes to JS. You still got a while to the next belt, so Toxic's going to have to look maybe at some vials or a smaller armor piece. He's not even up to 100 HP. You see the prediction shot, just guessing. And meanwhile, you can see on the minimap up top, both players are just looking for that crossfire. Toxic Shade hits one shot. If he can follow it up with another, he'll be in good shape here. Oh, he misses the jump to the belt and mistimes it, but look at him comboing JS all the way up. And if JS falls down into the pit there instead of stopping himself on the ledge, he probably dies to fall damage. There have just been some really odd moments in this matchup so far, with both players playing a little unorthodox, and you see the combo falling down like that by JS, catching Toxic, trying to be aggressive. And with 3 minutes to go, it's going to be a 2-frag lead, which on deck is really nothing. So JS throws a deterrent shock ball, really to just push him away so he can grab that 100 armor. Still got a while till the belt spawns. What was that? Maybe he was trying to throw the shock rifle and then pick it up to like make sound to throw his opponent off. That way maybe he would think he was picking up the other shock. Instead, he throws it into the goo. Somehow survives with 13 HP though. Is this going to be another scenario where JS pulls a kill out of nowhere? No. Comes up empty, can't pull a rabbit out of the hat that time, and Toxic Shade pulls within one with just over 2 minutes to go. So a wild one so far, but Toxic now in pretty good shape to try to force a map 3. And there is the shot, ties it up with under 2 minutes to go. This is exactly what Toxic wanted. He's got him off the spawn here. One more shot could take the lead. Coming around the corner, he just needs that one more shot to land. And both players now rotating around the map. Toxic opting to get stacked up, probably thinking long term because he doesn't want to get a kill and then immediately be vulnerable. Unfortunately, though, he gives up that 100 armor. So we're tied back up. Toxic happy to play it cool right now. He's got about 7 seconds till that belt spawns. So that'll be the last one in regulation. Oh, that flak ambush only does 13 damage. Gets him twice, and again with the flak has him super weak. But we've seen JSK survive this before, and Toxic missing the belt, but luckily having those boots, that's the advantage you get with those boots, is you can save yourself on this map in particular from a gooey, fiery death. So now, tense moments here, less than a minute to go. Toxic Shade with a huge health and armor advantage. Listening for those steps. He wants to get in his face and start a fight. Just needs a couple more shots. There's one. He's in his face. 10 health with 30 seconds left to go. Toxic needs one more shot. He pulls out the Enforcer and eats rockets and goes down with the headshot. JSK with 14 HP this time. Somehow gets the kill, and another one. We saw him go back to back with 6 HP last map. This time with 14, he secures a 2-frag lead with under 20 seconds to go, and that could be it. And that's it. 8-5, a wild finish to that one. That whole match was just wacky. It was like watching like Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse duel each other. Just the weird, strange, odd situations we saw, but in the end, JSK able to come out on top over Toxic Shade and give MOD their first points of the season, or their first point of the season. Mesa, though, showing up pretty well, taking 4 points.